So today I saw one of the nominees for Best Foreign Language Film. That would be Asghar Farhadi's The Salesman. He won Best Foreign Language Film in 2011 for A Separation, and I believe was also nominated for Best Screenplay that year, though I don't think he won. This year, The Salesman is up for Best Foreign Language Film again, and it won Best Screenplay at the Cannes Film Festival as well as Best Actor for its lead Shahab Husseini. So the plot is that Imad and Rana, played by Shahab Husseini and Tarana Alidutsi, have to first leave their flat as it is falling apart due to what appears to be construction next door, but wasn't zoned correctly or something, and so their entire apartment just starts to fall apart. So they are also in the midst of a performance of Death of a Salesman. They are the two leads. And so one of their fellow troupe members is like, well, I have an apartment for you. So they move in to this new apartment. Unbeknownst to them, the previous tenant may or may not have been a prostitute. And in such, at one point, when Rana comes home, she goes to take a shower. She leaves the door open because she thought she'd buzzed up her husband. Turns out that's not who she buzzed up. And when Imad comes home, he finds she's now in the hospital having been attacked. They don't necessarily say she's raped. Like, they say she claims she wasn't. We're not really ever sure. She's definitely hit in the head. And the rest of the film is sort of, one, them dealing with her post-traumatic stress, and two, him trying to track down the perpetrator. It's very suspenseful. It's all intercut with scenes from Death of a Salesman, with a little bit in the background about, parts of the play that are being censored. And he's a teacher, and some books that he's trying to get students to read in other classes are being censored. And so there's all this censorship going on in the background, sort of to show that these two people are very forward-thinking, sort of modern, Iranians. And then some of the ways that they both behave post this incident show that they're not quite they're more traditional than they think they are. And it leads to this really suspenseful final act that, I was like, what the fuck is happening? The thing I like about Asghar Farhadi's films, and by films I mean this one and A Separation because that's all I've seen, is that as I'm watching it, they don't feel like anything I've seen before. Which might mean that whatever films that have inspired him are films that I have not seen, or he's taking other things and making something completely new. I'm not really sure. I just know that when I watch his films, I am going like, well, that was not how I expected those characters to behave. And I like that because I never know what's going to happen in his films. And so that adds to the tension. The performances from both of the leads are phenomenal. They both have very expressive eyes, and a lot of it is done in the way that they look at each other. So even when, because sometimes people in a relationship will say one thing means something else, and you can see it in the eyes in their performances when they're saying things, but what they're really saying is not what they're saying. So I just thought this was a great film. I was not expecting the ending. I love it when an ending comes in and I'm like, oh shit, that is not what I expected. So I really recommend this. Right now if you're in Atlanta, it's at the Midtown Art Theater. It just opened, Art Cinema just opened, and it's playing across the United States, at least at Landmark Theaters, probably other art house theaters. If you're in a theater, if you're lucky enough to be in a city with an art house theater, see if they have it. I still haven't seen Tony Erdmann, so I don't know. I don't have a pony in this race just yet. I think these are the only ones I've seen. Let's see here. Yeah, so far this is the only one I've seen from this one. Tony Erdmann's supposed to open soon, and A Man Called Ove was here for ever, and then I didn't see it, so whoops. And then Tana was here for a week, but I was in Italy, so I missed that. And the Denmark film just hasn't played in Atlanta, so there we go. But I thought this was great. I really do need to go see his other films. I heard about Ellie was amazing, and I think that one stars what's her name, who is like the greatest. Oh my god, what is her name? Da, 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 da. Yeah, Golshita Farhani. She's the most beautiful face. So I need to watch that. It was on Netflix for a while, and then I didn't get to it because I'm the worst at watching things that I need to watch. There's too many movies. How do you watch them all? I don't know. You just try. So, anyways, this was The Salesman from Asghar Farhadi. It's up for an Oscar. You should try to find it. It's very, very good. Very, very tense. If you want to discuss the ending after you've seen it, hit me up on Twitter.